I think he'll be very, very surprised if early on 1 or 2 crosses aren't thrown in there just to test Pericek, not only him, but to test Ferrara and Essien playing at centre-back. I just wonder, this is a back four, Rob, that played against Wickham.
But if Chelsea are a team in crisis, it's some crisis to have. They're still firing on 4 fronts for trophies. Liverpool theoretically are in 2. So they probably swap a lot for Jose Mourinho's place at the moment. Rafa Benitez has seen his team dumped out of the FA Cup, dumped out of the Carling Cup, realistically perhaps out of the Premiership race. Although they'll close the gap on Chelsea with a win here. But if they lose here, they'll be 11 points behind them. There's Paulo Ferreira. We'll expect to see plenty of surging runs today from Steven Gerrard.
Well, like the first of many.
Peter Crouch going in for his first challenge with Cech. It's kept in by Jermaine Pennant, and that's Xabi Alonso. Now Crouch. Liverpool very much the form team in the Premiership at the moment. Unbeaten here at Anfield in the league. Drogba got in ahead of Gerrard. Referee played a good advantage. This is Kalou. Drogba taking a little time to get back to his feet, which is why Jeremy has
play on if you want. It's up to him. I mean, Rob Styles quite right. They had a look at Drogba. He's got a knock. Do you want to get up, son? If you don't, you have the ball. Your team, if they want to play out, it's up to them. It's got a good difference this change has made. Look, the game hasn't stopped. It's stayed on. It's playing on. Drogba's up. Little knock. I'm sure he'll be okay. The one thing about Liverpool in this wonderful run, and all season here, to be fair to them at Anfield, is the quality and the pace of the start of the game. Even against Arsenal, that game I was here for the Carling Cup, for the first 25 minutes, they were the better side. We're on the front foot. I expect them to try and start quickly this afternoon and get at Chelsea early.
There's Ballack looking for Drogba. Jose Mourinho says he wants to see his team have plenty of the ball. Mikel trying to get them going early on here.
Big test for him. Huge reputation he's arrived in this country with, but he's only 19, the boy, and he's got to fill in an area where Makelele's just the genius at it.
That's Risa, stopped by Jeremy, who gets it back from Salomon Kalou. Now Daniel Agger, he's picked out Dirk Kuyt. Now Jermaine Pennant, who's suddenly finding his feet here at Anfield. Can he find the cross? He can for Gerrard. A comfortable first take for Cech.
No, it wasn't a good header. It wasn't a good cross, and it wasn't a good header. It was an ideal opportunity for Pennant early, just to hang on up above Peter Crouch.
Pennant is just starting to get into his stride here after a difficult start. 32nd game for Liverpool. He's still to score for the club. He's supported as a boy. Atmosphere again at Anfield as ever. Crouch with the header on, and Kuyt is in here, and what a start for Liverpool! Paulo Ferreira slipped and let him through, and inside 4 minutes, Liverpool lead.
Am I surprised? No. The way it's come is absolutely textbook for what Benitez would have been looking for. Forget passing it through midfield. The 2 centre-backs cannot deal aerially with the ball, so get it forward. Crouch, look at them, they're so frightened they back away, both of them. There's neither a challenge on Crouch, nor is Kuyt properly marked. Essien and Ferrara both back away. It's a lovely touch from Kuyt. Absolutely beautiful cushion header. From here, this is quality. Cushioned across Ferrara, opened it up. Now, do you panic? No, I don't. Side foot into the corner. Brilliant start, super finish.
Well, you have to ask the question, had Ricardo Carvalho been playing for Chelsea, bearing in mind he pulled out on the morning of the match, would they have been better equipped to deal with that? But certainly the start that Liverpool have made, no one will be questioning the frontline partnership picked by Rafa Benitez, despite the impact Craig Bellamy made in the last game.
I said before when I arrived this morning, I was talking to Jamie, Richard and people were saying, I would have been really surprised if Crouch hadn't played. I mean, I know that Chelsea worry about him.
But here's Drogba. Cleared by Agger to Steven Gerrard. Risa. Fabio Aurelio. Now Aga. Risa looking for Crouch. And here's Dirk Kuyt. It's a foul by Ballack.
Yeah, I think if Crouch can back him up to 25, 30 yards from goal, Liverpool do have comfortable possession. You know, people talk about silky football, playing it about, but if you have a weapon that can really cause damage, why not? Why not? Just use it.
Count the scorer. Lay off a bit heavy that time for Fabio Aurelio. And Jose Mourinho, who said he wanted his team to be compact and have plenty of the ball, sees his plans come undone to a degree in the first 4 minutes.
Well, I've seen no signs of either. You know, the 6 minutes of the game, not as early. Liverpool dominate possession.
And Risa's in here! John on Risa! And Cech makes the save!
That's a great save, but Risa knows he should score. Oh, look at Jeremy's possession, totally all over it. Look at the run and the ball. They marry up absolutely beautifully. It's super football. But Risa should score. I know it's on his weaker foot, but there's the difference. Kuyt goes in, cool as you like, calm and composed. Risa, although he's got goals, rather thrashed at that one. But he's back, and doesn't he just know it? 6.5 minutes in, he's thinking, goodness me.
Beaten once by Dirk Kuyt, but Cech was not to be beaten then. Here's Finnan. Xabi Alonso. Kuyt looking for Crouch this time. Again, the flag stays down. Chelsea are in all sorts of difficulty at the back here.
No, there's certain areas of pitch where communication is vital and important. Centre-backs is an area where that is a key. It's a hugely important part. They don't know each other well playing there. And it's showing early on in this match.
Liverpool 1 up, but they should have been too clear by now. Here's Ballack. Risa just holds him up. Lampard shows for him, but he looks for a more ambitious ball into Drogba. Carragher in the way to cut it out. Very much a makeshift partnership in the centre of the defence for Chelsea, and it's showing. And Paulo Ferreira gave Cech absolutely no chance with that back pass.
That's just totally sloppy. That's nothing to do with where you're playing. That's nothing to do with playing out of position. That's just a bad piece of play. I think Paulo Ferreira is one of these players at the moment whose confidence, I think, is right down there.
Steven Gerrard with a corner.
Well, they should be better suited to deal with this. They've got some big players on the side, Chelsea.
They have dealt with it, but Reece is onto it. It's a thunderbolt, but unusually for him, not on target.
Well, that was properly hit that time. There's the difference between his right foot and his left. Scuffy right footer when he should have scored, and this one a blistering left foot strike. He doesn't hit the target, of course he didn't, but power out. Look at him ducking behind the goal. There's no one trying to save that behind the goal. But this is the goal. Now watch the composure here. Lots of people would thrash at that, Rob, in there early on in the match. But Kuyt, side foot, picks his spot, slots it. And the front two do the stuff early on.
Liverpool are all over Chelsea in the opening 10 minutes. Aurelio looking for Crouch. Essien in the way of that one.
Well, there's an injury there. Robin, I think, is down. I'm not sure what happened.
Well, Steve Finnan in the end takes the decision to put the ball out so that Robin can get treatment.
They're having a little debate there about putting out. Jamie Carragher was saying, I want to play on, I'm not having Robin injured. And then Grog was arguing, well, they might be injured this time, actually. But that's why, that's why we have a referee. That's why he should be the one who's making these decisions. you know, unless Chelsea are in possession of the ball. Now he gets up, they might land awkwardly here. Watch the right ankle as it lands. Does he go over on it? Twists the knee underneath him a bit. All of that on his right side would have been quite sore. It's the ankle that's obviously giving him the problem. But he has some problems, and his team, his champions, have a question to answer. Because, I mean, you look at this, Jamie Carragher just feeding it up, absolutely no challenge, and from in there, Couch's partner was excellent, I have to say, but the initial defending of the long ball was just non-existent.
Count with the finish. John Obi Mikel, such a big role for him today, just in front of those two, with no Makelele. Sent off in his only previous Premiership start against Reading. Liverpool fans were sceptical then about the nature of Arjen Robben's injury. He hasn't been off the field very long. He's still moving a bit gingerly. Here's Philip.
I know one or two decisions we might make like that with injuries just quickly on it, but you know, I think the more times we let play go on, Rob, the less opportunity there are for players who are not quite injured to stay down.
Away by Paulo Ferreira. There's Jamie Carragher, whose long ball sought out Peter Crouch and led to Coutts' opening goal.
Look at that again. So that's another ball, and they got away with it that time. But again, it's allowed to back away, allowed to bounce.
Carragher, in contrast, no messing around in coming to challenge with Drogba for that one.
Well, one thing you know, if Chelsea can play the game in this part of the pitch, high up the pitch, then they've certainly got the talent to create chances and get opportunities of their own. Mistake there. And when you look at Robben, you look at Drogba, Lampard, Ballack, Kalou, they're all talented. Could have gone anywhere that. So it's important for Chelsea to be playing the game with their attacking players involved in it and not the defending ones.
Well, the respite they got from the treatment to Arjen Robben might just aid Chelsea, and they're certainly in a position here to draw themselves level. Lampard's corner, Drogba up for it, but heads away from goal.
Well, that's the all-zonal marking that gives you a problem, I think, when people... What Drogba did, he stands out. He stands out the 18-yard box and says, well, drop it off the second row of Liverpool players. Up above them, you've got one across the 6-yard box, one along the penalty spot. The ones along the penalty spot are smaller. So Drogba goes out, makes a run, comes in late, run about the penalty spot, where it's the smaller players like the Finnans and the Alonsos that are there. Not a bad idea if it works.
Long one from Agger up to Peter Crouch. Here's Xabi Alonso. Here's Fabio Aurelio. Gerrard sets off, has gone out to the left. It's Couch. Essien slid across in front of him to block that time.
Well, it got to Couch, but I'm wondering if they shouldn't be looking for Crouch. Crouch is on Ashley Cole at the back post, but it goes short. Decent block in the end. Michael Essien gets across.
Well, for Gerrard's corner, they've put Drogba on Crouch. Ballack is also back helping out the defence against Fabio Aurelio. It's round the back to Carragher.
I think one of the things with Crouch, what I talk about, look at this here, there's this develop. This is a Couch shot, but you look at the back post area there, Rob. You look who's there. Crouch against Ashley Cole. Now that's a mismatch. And if Aurelio stands it up, edge of the 6-yard box, 8 yards out, Crouch surely's got to fancy his chances going in against Ashley Cole.
Here's Cole. Now John Obi Mikel. Ballack. This is Cole. Mikel. Jeremy. Going to angle one out to Ashley Cole.
Handball. Just use the right arm to control it. Just a fraction behind him, the ball. And just drags it forward with the arm there.
I mentioned the mismatch at the back with Cole and Crouch. Jose Mourinho has floated the possibility in the past of playing Didier Drogba as a centre-half. It was perceived at the time to be a point he was making about Shevchenko, because he said he couldn't afford to do it because of his lack of options up front. But he's got Shevchenko on the bench today. If this goes on, I wonder if he might be tempted.
The back post was on yet again. This time Cout looking for Risa. Didn't find him. But it's another just bread and butter, long ball, allowed to bounce. No one really stepping forward, taking the initiative from Chelsea.
He's the man they really miss, isn't he? Goals have been flowing past Chelsea since John Terry was absent with that back problem. It's been more persistent than they first thought. Lampard. Carragher standing up to Salomon Kalou. Cheers for Robin after that treatment he needed earlier. Drogba's header back, well away from Lampard. And Risa first to it against John Obi Mikel. Here's Paulo Ferreira. Jeremy. And it's there to be won every time for Liverpool at the moment, such is the lack of confidence in that Chelsea back four. Gerrard, Xabi Alonso, Fabio Aurelio. There's Aga. Crouch. Now Risa. And a clear by Paulo Ferreira. It's Gerrard's ball across. SEN does deal with this one, but it goes straight to Jermaine Pennant. Tipping! Magnificent! What a way to score your first goal for the club!
Well, let me tell you something. You can have two Peter Cechs in goal and you're still not going to save it. What a comeback. Welcome back to the Premiership, Peter. This is another in the catalogue of magnificent finishes that have graced this league this season. Just watch this. Absolutely stunning. Because it's got the height, because he hits it up, but the goalkeeper can't get there. It's way above his reach. Look at that. It's a couple of yards above him, at least, as it goes over the goalkeeper's arm, and then it's dipping down beyond that to come down just enough to clip the underside of the bar. Just unsavable. What a start for Liverpool.
A top draw finish for Jermaine Pennant, who celebrates his first goal for his boyhood club in dream circumstances. Against the champions, Liverpool now 2-0 up, and we've not even reached the 20-minute mark. And Jose Mourinho must already be fearing his worst Premiership defeat. Already, it looks as though he's set to make changes. He's going to send Sean Wright-Phillips out there to warm up. Here's Pennant. Left by Robin, back by Gerrard, and here's Steve Finnan.
Robin's coming off, that's a certainty. I watched Spalak there and he was indicating that the change needs to be made. I don't think it's him, that's for sure. Activity in the bench.
Balak. Paulo Ferreira. John Obi Mikel. Now Cat. Kalou. Gerrard's won it back. Here's Jeremy. Mikel. Lampard. Robin hobbling. He's going to be the man to come off, no question about it. And they need to make that change as quickly as they can. Not a man prone to panic, Jose Mourinho, but Sean Wright-Phillips. He's going to have to be thrown on here. Robin can't continue.
Well, I just wondered. I wondered about Shevchenko. I know he was talking all week in the paper, would he play, would he not? But I just wondered at 2-0 down, would he just say, right, listen, I might as well get another front man on. Stick Shevchenko on up front, alongside Drogba. You got your three in midfield if you need them, and then Kalou just float about. You would obviously know it wants to keep the shape as it was when he started.
Well, he's occupying a position on the left. Having come on now, Sean Wright-Phillips. Fouled by Drogba.
Well, we have been here before. I wondered about the last time they were 2-0 down a league match, but just about a year ago, up at Middlesbrough, 3-0 it got to. Certainly Liverpool are capable of putting it there again. And they've started this game and the pressure they've still got. That's when it's easier for them, what I was talking about set plays, Chelsea, because they can take Drogba back, Lampard, Ballack, Mikel, all tall players. You can drag them all back to mark people. But have a look at this again. That was what Stevie Gerrard was looking for. That was that ball to Crouch I talked about. But when it dropped to Pennant, you're thinking, dink it back in. But nah, he had other things in his mind. Don't celebrate it, Rafa.
Not want to overexert himself on the celebrations, is he, the Liverpool manager? See him following that one back. Is there any blame attached to him for the header away?
It wasn't a great header. It wasn't a great header. You know, you're always looking for height and distance, but it was an awkward ball. It was moving a bit. Never quite got the right purchase on it.
Chelsea shell-shocked, that defeat you mentioned at the Riverside, the worst one in the Premiership that Jose Mourinho has suffered. 3-0 they were beaten. Here's Kalou. Dirk Kuyt. Gerrard. Mikel. Ballack. It's Drogba. And then got back.
That's good play. The centre-back's in trouble. The ball's coming from the opposite side. Then as a full-back, you have got to be around on the cover, just in case. And if he wasn't, then Drogba's pulling the trigger. But Finnan, good position. Comfortable, dealt with it. Nicely done.
Lampard's corner, reach Ballack, surprisingly, clearing Peter Crouch along the way.
Well, again, it's another one of these crosses out towards a penalty spot, trying to eliminate, you know, the taller players that Liverpool put in the 6-yard box. So they've won them, the two corners. Just haven't been able to put them on target. I'm just looking down. What Chelsea have got to do is score as many goals here as Liverpool have conceded all season in the Premiership to win today. They've only conceded 3.
That's right. They haven't conceded him in the Premiership since the end of October. Touch to Peter Crouch. To juggle with it and try and bring it under control. No challenge on the goalkeeper, and Xabi Alonso seems to claim that he was caught by Jeremy.
Just stepped across him, Jeremy, to stop him getting it with the goalkeeper.
On by Ballack. Drogba. Drogba himself ran it out in the end.
Well, they've been asked to do many things, Chelsea, in these 2 championship-winning years that they've had. And more often than not, come up with the answer. That's why they've been double champions. But this is a massive ask today. Meanest home defence in the country. 2 down. Not even half an hour gone.
Start beyond Rafa Benitez's wildest dreams. They hold on for the win. It'll be 56 victories from 100 league matches in charge, a record to match that of the great Bill Shankly. Fabio Aurelio's kick.
That was different. So it had worked on something.
Here's Cole. Now Drogba. Ballack. Giving away to Carragher. This is Risa. Fabio Aurelio. Risa.
This is a Liverpool Football
Now
Club
Salomon Kalou.
supporters. In the interests of your fellow supporters, especially those with young children, would you please remain seated
here, but Reina Van well protected by Phillips.
severely restricted due to persistent standing. Thank you.
There's Paulo Ferreira with a header clear. Up goes Gerrard. Essien away. In goes Xabi Alonso. Can't make the run along the line. Essien was uncertain. Got away with it. They're really living on their nerves at the moment. But they never get any sympathy, do they, for
No, they don't.
squad?
Well, it was... he didn't want to sell Gallas. I think that's obvious. He went last day in the transfer window in the summer, and that didn't allow Mourinho to go and get another centre-back. And with Villaroos injured, Terry injured, and Carvalho ill overnight, it's tough on them. But other teams at times have had to cope with things like that as well. And
Here's Crouch.
we're all trying to get in the act in a moment. I just think for Peter Crouch there, I think he just knocked this wide. As he brings this down, look at Pennant. Lovely possession just to play him out there wide and then get in the box for a little cross in. We're at 2-0 up. I'm not surprised he took the shot room.
Well, there were plenty of questions about what the Chelsea team would be today. They've been answered. The other question that needed answering was, would Roman Abramovich be here? He isn't, and it's perhaps just as well.
I don't know if there's a bit of blood there around the face. Certainly gets a whack here. Goes to head the ball. Oh, the knee catches him. Accidental. Yeah, I thought that.
Unpleasant. Accidental on Drogba's part. He shows concern for his opponent. Could involve a trip to the dentist, that.
Well, I don't know, was a tooth gone, well, just to split the lip. Certainly an awful lot of blood there. Suggests that there is a bit of a gash there. Some stitches.
Reminder of the action to come later on Prem Plus and Prem Plus HD. We've got Manchester City against Blackburn for you. It's live. Join us from 5 o'clock then. A fantastic weekend in the Premiership with the top 4 clubs playing each other. Not so sure about Sir Alex Ferguson's assertion that Liverpool fans want Manchester United to win the title, but no question that he wants Liverpool to win today, and they are winning. Towering over Essien.
Well, the sad thing is, they're a man short, and Couch just explaining to Crouch why he wasn't there, because I'm filling in the midfield for Alonso just for a couple of minutes, or we hope.
Liverpool fans enjoying Drogba's tumble. He's taking it all in good part.
Yeah, total control, Carragher. Body between ball and Drogba. Liverpool fans in the Kop enjoyed that. They weren't smiling as much with it last year when Drogba was terrorising them here in what was a 4-1 victory, Chelsea.
That's right, they weren't smiling when he got the decisive goal and the sides met earlier in the season. The only goal at Stamford Bridge back in September. Chelsea won their last 5 Premiership meetings with Liverpool. The way things are going at the moment, it looks as though Rafa Benitez is about to enjoy his first Premiership success over Jose Mourinho in the 100th Premiership match in charge.
Bold prediction, young man, with an hour to go in a football match with the champions on show.
Should never say that sort of thing, should you? No. The comeback that Liverpool managed in the European final. Chelsea have shown plenty of character already on Merseyside this season to bounce back against Everton. A very different team they've got out there today. Essien. Lampard, flag stays down for Kalou. No, goes up once he's gone for the ball.
I don't know why it doesn't go right away. There's no other thing in his mind but going for the ball. Nice run. It's a bit unlucky, I tell you. Yeah, I'm not so sure that's offside.
Well, the temporary absence of Xabi Alonso is harming Liverpool at the moment, and it can't support Crouch for those long balls forward. Get rid of that one.
And it's just allowing Chelsea to get a little bit of momentum, a little bit of possession that they haven't really had in the opening half hour of the match.
Chelsea were down to 10 men for their victory over Liverpool earlier in the season when Michael Ballack was sent off. But for Liverpool, the presence of 10 men is only temporary. Here's Jeremy. Here is Ballack.
Well, they haven't really got a like for like out there on the subs bench, Liverpool. When you look at it, Bellamy, Gonzalez, Fowler, Hupia.
It just seems to be a bit more compact at the moment.
Well, he's trying to get Couch back as a midfield player. He's kind of gone half and half, Dirk Couch. He's neither gone in level with Gerrard and Pennant, neither is he up top. He's almost like playing a little hole there. And I think what he wants is back as a 4. Well, don't invite Chelsea back in at this unfortunate moment when Alonso's off, getting stitched up.
Make do and mend at the moment for Liverpool. And Dirk Kuyt was trying to play 2 roles.
Well, what Steven Gerrard might be saying to him is, we're okay, we've got 3. We've got Risa, we've got myself, we've got Pennant against the 3 in there. But if Pennant gets thrown wide against Cole, they're a man short.
It's cross cut out by Jeremy, and then a push by Kalou on John Risa buys Liverpool a little bit of breathing space after a spell of concerted Chelsea possession.
Well, there won't be in any hurry to take this, Liverpool.
There on his own at the moment, Peter Crouch.
Well, the set play like this will give Couch the opportunity to get somewhere near him.
Kell trying to look after him, but again Crouch towers over him. Here's Kalou and Mikel. This is Lampard. Wright Phillips. Kalou. Challenged by Fabio Aurelio. Jeremy. He's resisted the challenges. Wright Phillips is in there. So too is Michael Ballack. Aurelio away. Crouch. Paulo Ferreira. Here's Essien.
It's just batten down the hatches just for now from Liverpool's point of view.
Here's Kalou. Chelsea at the moment the most threatening they've been in the match. Let's have a word on Xabi Alonso's injury from Jeff Shreves.
Yes, the Liverpool medical staff are working feverishly on him. He's going to need 4 or 5 stitches in his lip, but they hope to get him back on the field in the first half.
Thanks, Jeff. 10 minutes left of the half. Chelsea looking for a way back into it. Ballack wins the header. Cleared by Philip.
Well, if they don't have him on the end of the first half, I'd sack him. 10 minutes to get 4 stitches in, they've already had 5. Just patch him up for now and then stitch him properly at half-time. This is the kind of pressure that Liverpool never looked like they would have to endure and hadn't been until that incident.
Ballack's ball in, looking for Lampard. Just couldn't apply a head to it. Well, finally he's back, although Dermot Gallagher wants to just make sure that every last remnant of blood is removed. Well, he's been cleaned up.
Cleaned up the way Dermot Gallagher's down there. He's medically sterile by the looks of things.
Well, he's back on at last. They have survived. They're spelled out to 10 men, Liverpool. Risa. Ballack. Wright Phillips just seemed to steal a march on Finnan. Now Risa. Couch. Here's Lampard. Lampard's header, played by Carragher.
He's given a foul against Jamie Carragher, I think, on the back. I'm just looking, just about Lampard range, you think? It's an awfully long way out.
It's a long way out. Over 10 hours since Jose Reina conceded a Premiership goal here to Gabby Agbonlahor of Aston Villa. Is Frank Lampard about to change all of that?
Well, they need something to happen for them, Chelsea.
Lampard going for a special one, but in the end turns out to be anything but.
Well, we're in the 39th minute. That's the second attempt that Jose Mourinho's side have had, if we could call it that. It's certainly not one of Frank Lampard's best. In fact, it might go in the other category. And the only other shot is a scuffed one from Mikel early on in the match that just about got to Reina. So they've had basically nothing on the goalie.
Well, even after all that time off the pitch, is he still having problems?
Yeah, it's probably bleeding. I guess that's what it is. Constantly.
Here's Crouch. Cleared by Cole. Carragher. Crouch. Jeremy. After another brief appearance on the touchline, Xabi Alonso back on again now for Liverpool.
Yeah, it gets through to half-time. Liverpool will be happy, then they can patch him up properly. Those 15 minutes.
Risa. Pennant. Here's Sean Wright-Phillips. Ballack. Rob Stiles was in his way. McKellar's won it back though. Paulo Ferreira and Jeremy left that to each other. Paulo Ferreira. Essien. Lampard. Ballack. Well, that one nearly hit the roof of the stand from Didier Drogba.
Well, it was a left foot. It was the one that did all the damage at Stamford Bridge. A magnificent finish. If that was Sublime, then it's almost cleared the stand, and it takes him doing.
Here's Essien. Now Paulo Ferreira.
You know, it would all have been second balls, always. Jose Mourinho must have talked to his team and said, you know, okay, they're going to play the ball up to Crouch. And there's going to be the majority of the time they're not going to win it, lads. It's all because of the height of the guy, he's going to win them. So it's so imperative that you defend the second ball. That's the most important one. Quite simply, the first time of asking, we didn't do it.
And they're paying the penalty for that now. Gerrard. Pennant. Well won by Michael Essien. Disappointing final ball from Michael Essien that Agger clears and sets Liverpool on their way again. Here's Jermaine Pennant. Carragher. It's Gerrard. Fabio Aurelio. Risa's ball across. Here from Paulo Ferreira. Well, the half started badly enough for Chelsea. And there are worrying signs of how it's finishing too. It's Fabio Aurelio.
I don't understand that. He's got no pressure on him. He's got Crouch again, back post. Unless it's just a bad cross.
Gerrard caught Sean Wright-Phillips. But again, it seemed to be Liverpool who took the decision to put the ball out.
He just catches him now with that arm as he goes past. He's okay, none the worse for it. I don't know if it's been deliberate, but he's been a lot narrower than I thought he'd play Sean Wright-Phillips. I thought they'd get him right up against either Finnan or Aurelio. Try and get him on the ball. His talent is getting at people in these areas. Hasn't really done that as yet.
Mikel. Here's Xabi Alonso.
And looking for that little run again from Risa that gave him the chance early on. Just wasn't there this time. Lack of communication between passer and run-up.
Crouch. Risa. Gerrard.
Be a different sound at half-time than there was when I was sat here a little while ago when they went in 4-1 down against Arsenal in the Carling Cup. They just about lift the roof off this afternoon.
It's amazing, isn't it? 9 goals they'd conceded in their last 2 matches here in all competitions, and yet they've got this fantastic defensive record in the Premiership. Great record of success here in the Premiership. Chelsea's 4-1 win here last season, the last time they were beaten in the league at Anfield.
There will be a minimum of 2 minutes added.
2 added minutes in the first half.
2 minutes.
And if Liverpool can maintain the lead that Jermaine Pennant has helped give them, it will be a job well done in the first 45 minutes. I've got the first. Carragher. Xabi Alonso.
That shot. Was it?
You wouldn't put it past him, would you? Here's Jeremy. Now Mikel. Risa.
Well, he doesn't often have to do any work half-time, Jose Mourinho, apart from tinker. Just get people right, keep them sharp. My goodness, he's got some work to do at half-time today. We might just find out how good he is in the next 45 minutes, because he's going to have to find something from his team.
It's Finnan's cross. Risa challenging for it with Jeremy. Liverpool throw. No time to take it though. The champions chasing. He may have Peter Cech back in goal, but Cech's been beaten twice in the first 20 minutes. First by Dirk Kuyt, then by a magnificent strike to mark Jermaine Pennant's first goal for Liverpool. It could have been even worse for that makeshift Chelsea defence. As it is, it's Liverpool 2, Chelsea 0.
Rob, but I think another thing that would worry even more is just what have they looked like creating when they've had the ball. All right, you can accept they might make mistakes at the back, but you should be able to create a little bit more than they have done.
Well, the Chelsea story has had everything over the last few weeks. Strong characters, a power struggle, money, a supposed spy, even a Middle East peace solution with the Israeli coach that Roman Abramovich apparently wants to bring in. But is there going to be a further defeat here to add to the sense of crisis that seems to be building at Stamford Bridge? Or is there going to be a comeback that could prove something of a turning point in their pursuit of Manchester United, who, let's not forget, have a difficult game themselves tomorrow at Arsenal. Here's Michael Essien. Now Lampard.
The bigger picture for Chelsea, sorry Rob, is I don't think it's whether they lose and Manchester United lose, it's only 6 points. It would be, for me, that would be in 7 games, and they will have only taken 12 points from those 7 games. Now that's not good enough if you're going to win the title, and Jose Mourinho knows that.
He's been used to his team grinding out results where necessary in their last 2 successful campaigns. Here's Lampard. Now Ballack. Looking for Sean Wright-Phillips.
Again, Finnan very aware of Sean Wright-Phillips' run. Nice and tight, and tracked him all the way.
Here's Finnan. Jermaine Pennant, who celebrated his 24th birthday last Monday. Ashley Cole was one of the guests at his party. Quite a party as well, by all accounts. But it's Pennant who has more cause to celebrate again today with that magnificent first goal for Liverpool. Mourinho's pride let him bring this man on.
I didn't care about his pride. He's a player. He plays for Chelsea. He gets paid by Chelsea. He's a centre forward. He's up until this scene one of the world's best finishers. 9 years, he's let pride get in the way. You're 2-0 down. but he's sitting on the bench with a hat on and his tracksuit. He ain't out on the sideline warming up, ready for the next 10 minutes or so.
Chelsea manager already forced into one change where he could have introduced Shevchenko, but opted instead for Sean Wright-Phillips to replace the injured Arjen Robben. Here's Crouch, cleared by Paulo Ferreira, and here's Sean Wright-Phillips. Ashley Cole has made a burst forward here ahead of Didier Drogba, who's looked to pick him out. Drogba quickly back on his feet after the initial challenge from Carragher. And again was pretty dogged then.
Going out for a goal kick.
Didier Drogba, the Premiership's top scorer, and how they need inspiration from him, all from somewhere now, Chelsea. Drogba, one of 5 players starting today, the 100th Premiership match in charge for Jose Mourinho, who started his first, which was a victory over Manchester United. It's Carragher, won by Crouch, and cleared by Essien. Here's Agger. Plenty of Liverpool players have been making the point this week that this is just the sort of game in which they need to show a result after their poor record in meetings between the top 4. Here's Gerrard!
Yeah, they might have knocked it wide to Risa, but when it's Steven Gerrard, don't expect him to. As soon as he springs clear of Ballack here, even though it is on his left foot, he's always looking to take the shot on, and why not?
Second goal against Arsenal here in the Carling Cup. They've got somewhat overshadowed by the result. But Liverpool will erase that one from their memory if they can hold on for a victory here. They've given away a free kick though. Xabi Alonso guilty.
Just quick feet, Frank Lampard. It's like a crowd scene in there.
Lampard who takes. Cleared by Risa in the end. It's Paulo Ferreira. They seem to lose sight of it for a moment, and then Ballack challenges him.
Bit of a wind swirling round down there as well. You can see that ball playing all sorts of tricks here while it was high in the air. Even though it's quite enclosed, this ground now, the wind's still whipping about.
They're looking to stumble up for Crouch, but it doesn't reach him. Mikel and Essien in each other's way. Crouch broken up by Wright-Phillips. Lampard back to him. Tracking back that time, gave away the free kick, and it was an angry reaction to Rob Starr's decision. But it's going to get him a talking to at the very least.
It's a free kick, yeah. So sure it deserves such a lecture, unless his chip had a little chip back, Jermaine Pennant.
Thrashed at the air in frustration, but Liverpool said something as well to compound the offence. Mikel's kick.
That's awful. I hate to say that, but I mean, I could have done that.
Jeremy. Xabi Alonso. Caught by Ballack, and Liverpool win a free kick.
They just don't look like a team today, Chelsea. And they've got good players out there. They all seem to be playing. That is not a team pattern. Build-up play, passages of passing and movement from them at all. Just seem to be waiting on an individual producing something to get them back into the game.
Gerrard. Crouch has helped it on. Essien frustrating Coutts' intentions, but then, having thought about the back pass, let Count in again. Well, he rescued the situation in the end, but he gave Chelsea fans a bit of a scary moment then, Michael Essien.
Well, sometimes when you're under pressure, you need somebody to drive you on. I don't see anyone out there that's got the qualities of this man. To be upsetting a few and giving few available, lashing and getting them going, because that's what Chelsea are looking for out there at the moment. Somebody to inspire them. And if you're not going to do it with a piece of magic in your play, then you've got to rattle a few verbally to get them going. Because 10 minutes in, Frank Lampard has the armband, but he's not, I don't think, same kind of vocal captain as John Terry. What they're looking for him is for him to produce one of his 20-yard thunderbolts or drifting into the box and get his team back into this game. That's what they look for from Frank Lampard.
Well, they've welcomed back one huge inspirational figure today in their goalkeeper Cech. The sooner they can get John Terry back, the better for Chelsea. Crouch very nearly got that one right in finding Pennant.
Well, if he'd have got it just up and over Essien and played it way down the pitch, they'd have got him in.
Offside, Didier Drogba.
He had a good look at that, the linesman. I know they wait, it gives them time to think. And he's played it just off. So as soon as he gets it, up goes the flag. I just think when it's as obvious as that, he's the only player running after the ball. Why the flag doesn't go up right away, I don't know.
From Gerrard on Sean Wright-Phillips, although he disagrees.
Well, he just can't get out of the way. It's a little miscontrol, but as soon as he's second to it, he's not able to get out of the way. Because from these sort of positions, Rob, though, I mean, what have Chelsea really created when they've had good possession of the ball? All right, you know, they've got people like Frank Lampard and Ballack on this side up there, and Drogba, Sean Wright-Phillips, Ashley Cole in advanced areas, and yet nothing's happening. You know, an open play, nothing's happening for them. You know, it might take this, a set play or something, to get them back in.
Reina not had a save to make so far. Here's Kalou. It's broken here for Frank Lampard. Was stopped by Gerrard. Pull back here for Salomon Kalou. Mikel hits it. Never again go to trouble Reina.
No, I mean, he did smash in one the other week, John over Mikel. I mean, this one's more difficult. He's hurried into this a little bit as it popped back, a little bit of pressure on him from Pennant, made him play it quickly.
Maybe the sun might be a problem later in the day for Reina, the cap there, just in case. Wind is probably going to be more of a difficulty for them. Here's Paulo Ferreira. Now Kalou. Well won by Xabi Alonso. This is Coutts. Michael Essien, whose Thunderbolts rescued Chelsea's impressive home league record under Mourinho against Arsenal, and they need something like that now. Here's Lampard.
No, that's not getting there. It's sold him short.
Rees was the man who saw it all the way. got Jeremy to shake off, and he's found the ball, and Couch is free. Initial touch makes life a little more difficult. And in the end, Liverpool don't prosper from what was a very promising position.
Yeah, that bad touch from Couch. Chance was gone after that.
Couch to Finney.
Crouch! Well, that's his big weakness for me, Peter Crouch.
Here's Lampard. It's reached Michael Ballack. Gerrard did well though.
No, he's giving them all a battle. No, he's getting people back in. He's talking about Couch. Giving them plenty. He knows they're playing the champions, and even at 2-0, a goal for Chelsea now, and suddenly the whole mindset of this game changes.
Is that the sort of leadership you wanted to see from the Chelsea?
Well, that's what I'm saying, yeah. When have you seen a person in blue like that today? You haven't.
Lampard's corner, Ballack goes for it, cleared by Carragher. Drogba.
Well, I talked about the weakness, and I think if he's got to work on something, and he has, and at his height maybe he's not had to, but it's this sort of thing. It's a good chance, he's 11 yards out, but time and again, even this season, that's the kind of tame header he ends up with at the end of it, and I just think it's something he needs to just work on. He needs to get more power into heading, because he has enough of them.
Here's Drogba trying to shake off Jamie Carragher. It's a corner.
That's got to be a goal kick, isn't it? That looked to me, I mean, again, we're a long way away. It looked like Carragher was in control, and he plays it off Drogba. He plays it there, off Drogba's knee. It's a definite goal kick. There isn't a doubt about that, but the linesman who's closest can't see it.
And Chelsea make the most of a break of luck here. Drogba looking for the corner. Carragher gets there though. Back in by Ballack. Crouch hasn't dealt with it, but Carragher has. Mikel.
Foul against Kalu, and at Jamie Carragher there. But just for the first time in the match, and I don't know if it's, I think it's probably a combination of Liverpool being 2-0 up and not needing a goal, if you know what I'm saying, and Chelsea desperate for one. But Chelsea just beginning to put a bit of pressure on. They've had a few corners, bits of pressure, nothing to worry the goalkeeper, but it's just beginning to mount slightly.
Having lost in 12 Premiership games since Bonfire night at Tottenham. But those 3 draws in a row before they defeated Wigan had started to raise questions about Chelsea's ability to hold on to the title. And this will put another big question mark against them unless they can turn it around. Jeremy given away to Gerrard. Space for Couch. Lampard looks to close it down, but he goes on. Mikel.
You don't know, and I didn't get the impression of this first half, but if there is another goal in this match, and whoever gets it, hugely important, because that's the game. Liverpool get it, they're a doubt a distance, they're away into the horizon.
That's Risa! Oh, what a shot! And Crouch goes for the follow-up, and again he can't convert with a header. What an attempt! The goal frame must still be rattling.
And we would have just opened that top drawer again, wouldn't we? And popped Risa's in there if it had gone in. And it's getting jam-packed, that drawer, I'll tell you. Jam-packed.
There's Drogba, and that's away by Jamie Carragher.
Well, this is a proper game now. I guess Chelsea have reacted and Chelsea have responded since half-time. Full marks to them. But Liverpool are capable on the break of doing that. What a strike. But I just wonder if Peter Crouch will wonder yet again, I should have done better. He might have just got nudged and it put him off balance, I don't know, in his defence, but as it dropped down, I'm thinking, go on, son, you're what, 6 yards out, head it in.
I wonder if Crouch was eased out of the way when he went for that follow-up. Everybody else was still marvelling at the attempt from John Arisa, and Crouch reacted to try and convert it. Here's Fabio Aurelio. Risa pulls it back, and Couch saw it late.
I don't think he saw it late, Rob. I think he sees this all the way onto his foot, because he's watching it. He's the one who's deepest, so he got the flight of the ball. He knows everyone's missing it. He can watch it right onto his foot. He'll be a little disappointed he hasn't done better than that, Dirk Kuyt. Goal under his belt, confidence must be up.
Harried in that corner by Finnan and Carragher. Here's Mikel. Ashley Cole. Here's Jeremy. Kalou. Mikel. Essien, Ballack, Sean Wright-Phillips.
They've done well to score, but it's a strike on goal.
Carragher, caught in the face by Sean Wright-Phillips and his determination to get there. To marvel at this one again.
Well, it gives us a chance. I mean, just look at this. You let him advance. That's a ridiculous shot to take on. He's no right to do that, but is he pushed? Yeah, absolutely. Essien's clever here, but he gets away with it because he's no intention of playing the ball. That's brilliant. Let's admire the strike, but as he trots in to put a header in, he's just nudged out the ball by Essien.
Risa. Here he goes again. Not with as much accuracy this time.
Well, he's had 4 chances, hasn't he? I wouldn't say 2 of them were chances, mind you. But penalty or not, I just think that's the thing. You look at Essien. Is he watching the ball? Is he playing crouch? Looks to me like he's playing crouch. Just tips him up. Makes him mistime the header. Got away with it.
Drogba down. Kalou tried to help it out. Finnan needs to get rid of it, and it nearly broke to Lampard.
Well, that could have gone anywhere. Off flank Lampard. Drogba makes again something out of nothing here. Long ball. And they just don't clear it. A little bit sloppy Finnan there.
Wright-Phillips. Offside, Salomon Kalou.
But I think for Chelsea's point of view, you at least think there's a goal in them now. Never thought that first half. Nothing from his side. He's had far more from his side, far more of a threat second half. Problem they've got is a 2-0 down. There you go, a little example of possession that Chelsea have had in the football second half.
Here's Ballack. Sean Wright-Phillips.
That's a foul. Squibs in between 2 here, sticks a leg out. Finnan can't argue that's a foul. Steve Finnan. You know, Drogba's come over. I would suggest that having done that, he's going to show an interest in hitting this. Otherwise, why wouldn't he be in there looking for someone crossing it?
He did it, didn't he, from just this sort of range in the Carling Cup against Newcastle. So the angle may well be right for him to have a similar stab here.
And you see how they got the adapter there facing him. That's what a lot of them do with this new ball. With the adapter facing him, that's what they try and hit. And he's moved it. So much for that theory. Well, he's shifting the ball, I guess. That's why.
The wind's shifting the ball now, but he's taken it anyway. Oh, and he's caught his own man off guard. Ballack, he switched off for a second, and Drogba, too clever for his own team's good. Here's Pennant. Couch. Xabi Alonso. And thankfully, from Drogba's point of view, it came to nothing.
You expect to see that in another 11 match, don't you?
Certainly not happening with the champions.
I mean, Drogba indicated to Ballack that he wanted to place it again. So then as he turns away, nutmegs. That's one for the nutmeg files.
Yes, that's all for the bottom drawer.
Yeah.
Lampard. Lampard. Just carried to Jeremy, who was under pressure from Risa. Gerrard has found John Arne Risa. Couch challenging with Paulo Ferreira. Now Mikel. Essien. Ballack. Lampard. Jeremy. Xabi Alonso away to Steven Gerrard. Couch. Risa. Is he going to have another go? Paulo Ferreira takes him down. And it's a yellow card, which means that he will miss the Nottingham Forest FA Cup tie.
Yeah, he's not getting much of the ball at all there. Tackle from behind usually follows with a yellow card if you miss time it. Number 5 of the season.
Well, Chelsea will have to carry another suspension when they're already short of numbers. Makelele banned today, of course.
Well, this is certainly within range of either Gerrard or Risa. It looks like the way Risa's body language is saying, okay, Steve, you fancy it, on you go.
Well, they've already had the warning from Risa. They'll know plenty about Steven Gerrard. He only ever scored once against Chelsea, and that was in a defeat.
Only problem with this, if they shift it, then the Chargers should get pretty close to him.
Gerrard lashes it. Czech was unworried by it.
Just drags it a little.
Player who's rejected moves to Chelsea twice and has had a fairly eventful time of it in this fixture, having scored against them, for them, with an own goal in the League Cup final, and sent off against them. But even if he's not on the score sheet today, he would take great pride in a victory over them, I'm sure.
Free kick against Cout, foot up. I don't think it was that. I don't think it was that low. I think it was fairly high. Yeah, head height's quite high. Even in this league, you get a free kick given against you for that. You've got to be exceptionally high in the Premiership.
Kalou.
Well, I was just about to say, Seme's in it. I don't know another team that would have a £30 million striker and be 2-0 down in a match that they need to get something out of, they would feel, and keep him sitting on the bench. But just as I was thinking that, he said the call back, and he is coming on.
There's Sean Wright-Phillips, the only substitute used by Chelsea so far, and that was enforced.
That's a corner. think he's happier that side. Sean Wright-Phillips on the right, obviously. Oh, he gave him the free kick. Thought it was a corner myself.
Lobster's assistant seemed to signal for a corner. Frank Lampard to take the free kick. 18 minutes to go. Is there a route back into the game here for Chelsea? Pull back to Drogba.
Oh, lovely work. Well worked.
Back in by Ashley Cole. Balak's there.
Well, the first part of that was worked beautifully. But why he's not hitting this with his right? He must just arrive at it in the wrong foot. Look at the way he makes the movement. Now that should be hit with his right foot. That's the idea. But it just arrived when he's out of balance. And just about get the cross cleared. The first part was very good indeed.
Well, here comes the £30 million man, but does 17 minutes give him long enough to have the impact that Chelsea desire? Andrei Shevchenko, whose missed penalty in the Champions League final gave Liverpool their greatest success under Rafa Benitez, comes on trying to deny Benitez probably his greatest success in the Premiership since he took over. Lampard cleared by Jamie Carragher.
No. Now it is 4-4-2. Wright-Phillips wide on the right, Kalou wide on the left, Shevchenko and Drogba up top. Balak and Lampard in midfield. It's quite formidable when you mention them all one by one, isn't it? Apart from Kalou, you'd be thinking 5 players there. Top bracket in every way.
Well, now they have to prove that point. They've got just over a quarter of an hour left in which to do that. Dirk Coutts penalised for backing in to Paulo Ferreira. Balak was quickly closed down by Steven Gerrard. No switching off on the Liverpool captain's part. He's tearing back now to try and get at Sean Wright-Phillips as well, helping out Fabio Aurelio in the process, and look at that for inspirational.
I think he sees the danger in Sean Wright-Phillips. It's about knowing things and knowing players who are playing against you. He knows the pace of Wright-Phillips. He knows that Aurelio may be suspect. So he gets over there and he helps his left back out. Responsible captaincy.
For so long now, the heartbeat of this Liverpool team.
Well, I often beggars belief when people say he can't play in midfield because he can't defend. It's absolute nonsense. What a ball. Did he pick that out there?
Fantastic.
I tell you what. It wasn't bad if he did.
Here's Crouch. Good attempt.
That's the thing about Peter Crouch, you know, he misses things like you'd expect him to. Simple headers, doesn't quite make the most of, and yet what he can do is this sort of thing. Controls the ball quickly, gets up there, and he's confident to take it on and execute it very well.
Father was a Chelsea fan there, Peter Crouch, and a season ticket holder at Stamford Bridge, but he did score against them in the Community Shield at the start of the season. But a Premiership victory over them will be much more important for Rafa Benitez. Essien. Jeremy. Now Lampard. Liverpool fans making their own claim for their manager to be the special one. This is Sean Wright-Phillips. He's done well. It deflected across. He's gone for the corner. 2 deflections there.
Well, that's the best piece of play they've had. Great ball from Frank Lampard. Look, gets his head up, switches it from left to right, And this is Sean Wright-Phillips when he's at his best, going at players in the penalty area, and really Agger's got no idea where it's going. He sticks a leg out, and as the goalkeeper's already committed, that could have gone anywhere.
Lampard's corner, met by Risa, Sean Wright-Phillips.
Not quite the conviction. Penny for them, I think. I'd like to say it. Well, again, they deal with it decently. And lack of control with a strike. That's all.
Well, they've got the pressure in the second half. That's a telling one, isn't it? Jose Mourinho is 44 next Friday. Will he still be in charge at Stamford Bridge for his 45th birthday, I wonder? Copper already waving him off.
A little premature, I might say.
Cleared by Gerrard. Here's Crouch. Essien stood up to Peter Crouch. Got a free kick out of it.
Well, I'm not so sure he does anything wrong, but as he nicks the ball past him, he just turns, gets his body in the way. That's something you see loads and loads and loads of defenders do time and time again, and you say, well done. I think that's their argument, Chelsea players. I think they've got half a case.
There's little else Michael Essien could have done. But it's a free kick conceded that could bring a heavy penalty, because if Liverpool produce something from this, then surely even a team containing the quality that Chelsea have wouldn't be able to bounce back in the last 10 minutes. What does Aurelio have in mind? By Essien. Xabi Alonso was keeping up the pressure, but Kalou has negotiated that situation well. Here's Lampard. Now Jeremy. Ashley Cole has got forward with Sean Wright-Phillips, but it's pennant away. Now Didier Drogba. Bounces straight back up. Pennant. Onside here, Carlton Crouch.
That must have been a close one. Well, the threat of Sean Wright-Phillips, although he's back on the left here at the moment, has meant that Risa and Aurelio have switched. Risa spent all game up till now playing ahead of Aurelio. Rafa Benitez probably deciding his experience in this league might be better suited now in the back four.
Gerrard's ball in. Shevchenko just hesitated. Here's Aurelio. Now Steven Gerrard. Carlton Crouch to his left in the middle. Counts!
Chance. He's missed it. I don't think he got anything on that count, because he's in front of Ferrara. Might well have finished the game off there.
Drogba.
Oh, that's just sloppy.
Jeremy. Ballack. Essien. Here's Cole. Kalou. Cole. Lampard. Sean Wright-Phillips has got in round the back of Risa. Drogba goes for it, and Carragher with heroic defending.
Again, that's that combination, Lampard, Sean Wright-Phillips. The vision of Lampard, the pace of Phillips. But the defending of Carragher, yet again, stands the test of time.
Shevchenko goes in. Carragher was squeezed between he and Reina, and between them they dealt with it.
Oh, that'd be an interesting 7 or 8 minutes, wouldn't it? Chelsea next one.
And you wouldn't bet against them. Jeremy's kick. Cleared by Philip. Only once have they failed to score in the Premiership this season. That was the goalless draw at Villa. Only twice in all competitions. The other one there, defeat in the Champions League match against Werder Bremen. Can Jose Mourinho's team pierce a Liverpool defence that's been so mean this season in the Premiership, and especially at home? The only defeat that Rafa Benitez's team have suffered in the last 11 Premiership matches was against Blackburn, and that goal that Benny McCarthy scored, the only one they've let in that time in the league.
That's pretty impressive, that.
Ballack. Now Kalou. Penance. Shevchenko working back, trying to stay with him. Fabio Aurelio. Paulo Ferreira and Cole trying to get rid of it, initially frustrated by the referee. But Jeremy does bring it clear in the end. Drogba with Agger at his back, and then Gerrard ready to step in. Paulo Ferreira. Essien. Cole. Xabi Alonso. Here's Pennant. Gerrard. John Arisa. Aurelio finds Couch.
Go wide, go wide. Pennant wide open.
Drogba went for it with his arm. Trying for Craig Bellamy to get a run out.
I was going to say, it's usually Peter Crouch, isn't it? He very rarely gets a full term.
That's right, he's only played 2 full Premiership matches this season, Peter Crouch. One fewer than Andrei Shevchenko's managed. And this one ends for him before the end of the contest. Craig Bellamy, who scored 5 goals in his last 7 Premiership appearances. If he was to add to that now, then sure enough it would be all over for Chelsea. Cole. Sharp start from Bellamy. And is involved again. Cole gets the break off that one. Lampard. Kalou. Jeremy. Sean Wright-Phillips. Met by Finnan. Here's Michael Ballack. Defending by Count, and then Gerrard. Well, they've looked very durable so far, Liverpool. 4 more minutes plus stoppage time to hold on.
Yeah, they might have been under a little bit more pressure, and Chelsea have certainly done better second half than they did first. Don't think there's a doubt about that. Liverpool have never looked troubled. I can't remember a save of any great note that Reina's had to make to keep his team with a clean sheet. They just haven't done enough, and Liverpool have been fairly comfortable second half.
Bellamy's made a run, but he's offside.
They might well have extended the lead on a couple of occasions, Liverpool, as well on the break and counter-attack.
Paulo Ferreira aimed for Kalou. Too much on it though. Premiership action tomorrow starts on Prem Plus with Wigan against Everton from 1 o'clock, and that's followed later by the big one at the Emirates Stadium. It's Arsenal against Manchester United tomorrow from 3 o'clock, Sky Sports 1 and HD1. Here's Craig Bellamy. Stopped by Cole. Here's Pennant. Gerrard steers it into count!
Well, I want to tell you, when you talk about top bracket footballers, there he is. He wants to shoot here. He wants to take it on, but he's got such a good picture of what's ahead. He knows the ball's impossible to hit for goal. Watch the way he cushions this. Look at that. He turns it round the corner because he knows where Count is. He already has that picture in his mind. So he adjusts his mindset, and he's got the ability to do that. And Count should do better. He should get it on target. That was just brilliant from Gerrard. You talk about influential skippers, and you talked about John Terry not being there. We've seen Gerrard noise people up, ruffle people verbally, inspire people with what he does on the pitch, tackle people, all the things that John Terry does that Chelsea haven't had in the side today. Gerrard's done for Liverpool.
Xabi Alonso. Pennant. Here's Bellamy.
1v1, he might take him on.
Xabi, the player, he has to try and shake off. It's Xabi Alonso. He's away from Sean Wright-Phillips. Bellamy again.
Might get a bit of keep ball now.
Aurelio. Paulo Ferreira. Risa. Pennant. Carragher. Well, the Cop really enjoying this, and who can blame them? If they've not had such an awful start to the season, particularly away from home, they might be contenders themselves now.
Well, there wouldn't be a might be about it, Rob. There would be.
11 points behind Manchester United if they hold on here now, which you'd expect them to, too much. Foul by Drogba.
Now we'll see a bit of that, a bit too late.
Mark Gonzalez going to get a very late run out here in place of Dirk Kuyt, and 2 minutes is how much time you'll get, because that's how much has been added on.
Well, it's nice to do that when you're a manager. Sometimes you just do it because he's got a goal, he's done well, covered every blade of grass again. Kuyt, work rate's phenomenal for his team, and it's just a little thank you. Well done, son, it is. So you can hear the appreciation of the crowd.
Liverpool with one of 3 unbeaten home records in the Premiership. Chelsea 1, Arsenal the other. Manchester United's was lost against Arsenal, who look to complete the league double over them tomorrow. But a great incentive for United here, with what looks like being Chelsea's 3rd defeat of this Premiership season. Doesn't have to experience defeat too often, Jose Mourinho. It'll be just the 9th time in the Premiership.
That would have been well worth it. I don't think you can find even the staunchest Chelsea fans that would argue that the best team on the day is winning the football match.
Jeremy. Headed back by Paulo Ferreira. Looking at a magnificent backdrop there, Jose Mourinho, but he'll be feeling gutted inside. It's a huge setback for Chelsea, a massive win for Liverpool, the first time that Rafa Benitez has conquered his great adversary in the Premiership. Chelsea never recovered from a poor start. 2 down in 18 minutes. Jermaine Pennant celebrating his 24th birthday with his first goal for the club, and what a goal. Adding to the one that Dirk Kuyt had scored inside 4 minutes. 2-0 it finishes.